You want to do this? Look. You record some shit. Be like, I'm editing this video for DDG here, and I seen this shadow. Woo. Like, you can put just a black screen. You ain't even got to show your face if you don't want to. Just be talking. Like, I'm editing this video for him.
We just want to
seen
ghost.
The shadow. He doesn't know. I don't know if he was just playing in this video, but it really might be
not joking.
Some shit like
super
that.
Serious, dead ass.
And then you can put your like
I'm trying to find out if somebody
your
died in this
YouTube
house
shit
right now.
if you want. Do that shit, bro. Please do that shit.
Dad
And like
doesn't
show
care.
him how you
He's cool with it. I think it's a bad idea.
Yeah, that shit freaked me out. Like show him that shit going back and forth.
I don't.
Do that shit though.
That ain't good, man. It's scary to me.
Alright, bro. Alright, cool, bro. Alright. Bro, I saw that heartbeat, nigga. I wish I could do a haunted house.
Nigga, I just saw a ghost in the picture. I just saw it. We all saw it.
What's the sound? What's the sound?
That was me.
Are you sure?
What was you clicking?
I saw. Even I can slow that down. That's not even. That's real. That's how do you fake that?
What's the clicking sounds? Here.
That's him editing. He's pressing.
Oh, see. This. Oh, I can't show that. That is terrifying. That's the scariest.
Take a look at it.
Hey, man, for real? No, but for real though, like, what are you gonna do? What the hell are you gonna do if you got a ghost in your house? Sell it. You can't flip your house that quick. You're gonna lose money so bad. And does he have any restrictions on it where he can't sell within a year or rent?
There's no prepayment penalties.
All right. Well, I guess you just gotta sell it. Cause it's a straight.
Maybe if it was like a
Hey.
Please give me. Let me say it. Look at me. How much is you know how much these go for, right?
yeah.
Tell him.
You know how much these go for, right?
Yeah.
If you had a choice to have both of them,
He's talking about something else. About shoes.
both of them right now, how much would you?
Is this the crib? Oh, no, we got it. All right.
How much would I
Tell me
pay
what
for them?
Alright guys, so first of all, I wanted to kind of just get on here and let you guys know that the clip that I showed you guys, is real. It wasn't fake. It wasn't, the moment wasn't planned. We were all literally driving up to DDG's new home, excuse me, when he got a call from his editor that said he found something crazy. This morning, or this afternoon, DDG uploaded a video called "I spent 24 hours in my new mansion and found a real ghost, not clickbait." Let's take a look.
Alright, you walk in, soon you walk in, you'll see a ghost. My house, nigga. If anything haunted is about my house, I'm selling this bitch immediately, bro. I'm selling it. I ain't gonna lie, bro. By the looks of it, I'm looking at my.
Now I realize that at this point, it probably looks very fake. It kind of looks like we planned this or clickbaiting or whatever, but I'm trying to tell you guys, I was literally there in the front seat when he got the phone call, and everything you guys saw is behind the scenes footage. No one else is recording. None of this shit was planned. So what's funny is right before I realized what was going on, he was basically asking us questions. It was me and Eric was in the seat behind me, and behind DDG was Luis, so it was all part of the management team was with him. And he asked, "Hey guys, do you know if a realtor has to disclose if a death occurred in the home?" And we thought it was kind of weird, of course. Kind of felt random at the time, but at the same time, maybe it's not so random of a question. So I go on to tell him, yeah, in California, you're required to disclose if somebody died in your home. And that was just off the top of my head, because I know there was like this time period. I think you have like I think you have to like report the death to the new buyer if the person died in the house like within the last 2 years or 3 years or something like that. I know it's not forever. So today, that's part of my job today. He asked me to figure this out, so I am currently online trying to find the right statute, because that's what I do. We do a little bit of everything around here. We're also, you know, for some of you who do not know, I'm a lawyer, so I handle a lot of the random legal stuff that pops up. So I'm gonna look to see online to try to find the statute that governs this issue. And if it's 3 years or 2 years or 1 year, then we're gonna, you know, we might have to talk to the previous owners of the home, because that stuff could bring the value down in your home potentially. If I remember correctly, they call it psychological damage to the home as opposed to physical damage. Physical damage is, you know, you go into a house and there's broken appliances everywhere. That brings down the value of your home, or there's graffiti or whatever. But the psychological damage is when somebody goes in there and they're like, yo, like somebody died in here, it's kind of weird. I don't know if I feel comfortable. You know, can you imagine living in a home like where somebody died in it, let alone specifically like in the master bedroom where you have to sleep in every night and somebody got murdered in there? Like, that's pretty creepy. I wouldn't want to buy that house personally. So anyway, those types of things bring down the value, or it's thought that those types of things bring down the value in your home. So that's what we're gonna find out today. I'm online and I'm gonna bring y'all with me. All right, so the first search I did, I brought up this random article. This is not law, but it's kind of, it's a forum where people that have legal questions, they put them in here, then sometimes lawyers will respond, but I wouldn't consider anything from here to be the actual law. So here, this person is saying, my sister and I shared a house for the last several years, but she died last month, and now I need to sell it and move into a senior living center. Her death was a peaceful and natural one in her bedroom with family by her side. Nevertheless, a couple of people to whom I've mentioned that I'm selling have said things like, oh, you'll have trouble selling after buyers find out that someone died there, or you'd better not tell buyers about the death in the home. My real estate agent seems to think I shouldn't worry about this, but I am worried. Do I legally need to tell buyers about the recent death? Will it drive away buyers? Well, this is not legal advice, but I'm sure it will drive away some buyers. This person mentioned that the death was peaceful. It sounds like maybe she was an old lady or something. But, you know, that's different than being murdered or somebody killing themselves. But still, I'd like to know if someone died in my house, especially, I just need to know, especially if it's the law. You got to tell me. So here's a random answer. Oh, look at, there's a psychological damage thing I was talking about versus physical damage. That's the exact same thing I was talking about. Let's see. Okay, here, let's see what they cite. Here they're saying in California, for example, you must disclose whether any deaths occurred on the property within the last 3 years. Again, I don't know if that's true, but that's what this article says. I'm going to try to find the statute for you guys. I'll check this out. In Arizona, Georgia, and Pennsylvania, you're explicitly do not have to disclose if somebody died. I don't like that. That's not cool. Alright, here I found the answer, guys. This appears to be California Civil Code section 1710.2a, and it says, the occurrence of an occupant's death upon the real property or the manner of death where the death has occurred more than 3 years prior to the date the transferee offers to purchase, lease, or rent the real property. Hold on a second here. Alright guys, looks like I found the actual law. That website I was using was, was decent and all, but what you want to do is find the actual law. So here's California Civil Code section 1710.2A1. It says Subject to subdivision D, which is going to be down below, we'll get to that. An owner of real property or his or her agent or any agent of a transferee of real property is not required to disclose either of the following to the transferee, as these are not material facts that require disclosure. Okay, they're saying you don't have to do it if A, the occurrence of an occupant's death upon the real property or the manner of death where the death has occurred more than 3 years prior to the date the transferee offers to purchase, lease, or rent the real property. Okay, subdivision D says, this section shall not be construed to immunize an owner or his or her agent from making an intentional misrepresentation in response to a direct inquiry from a transferee or a prospective transferee of real property concerning debts on the real property. Okay, so basically, if the buyer or the prospective buyer asks the question, hey, somebody died here, and that person has died within the last 3 years, then the answer is yes, they are required to tell the new owner, the new prospective owner, about the death in the home. Now it's going to come down to whether or not Daryl or his agent asked the previous owner about stuff such as deaths in the home prior. If they did, then apparently those people are going to be in trouble. I don't know what the penalty is. I have to look on here. You guys should probably check this out. You could just type in California Civil Code section 1710.2 and read this whole section. And but yeah, so that's the next question we're gonna have to figure out and find the answer out to. So I guess the next step is to call Daryl's agent and see if they ask those types of questions and find out if whether or not the previous homeowner told Daryl or Daryl's agent about somebody dying there or not. If nobody died there, then they're good. But if somebody died there specifically within the last 3 years and Daryl or Daryl's agent asked the seller and the seller lied about it, then they're going to be in trouble. I don't know how. I guess I'm going to have to figure out what type of damages. Like I said earlier, there's psychological damages for sure, because that's creepy. I wouldn't want to stay there, especially after the shadow you guys just saw. Shoot, I'm not planning on going over there anytime soon myself, to be honest, especially not at nighttime. So at some point, Daryl's going to have to figure out what he wants to do. If they lied, if they didn't lie, that's going to be completely up to him. We're going to support him in whatever he wants to do. There's people that come out and bless your house, and they have like sage plants and all that stuff and cleanse your home, and you know, you can do all type of things to get rid of evil spirits, or ghosts. They don't necessarily have to be evil spirits, I guess. But anyway, hope this didn't creep you guys out too much. I hope you guys learned something, and I guess you guys are gonna have to stay tuned to find out what we end up doing with the house. And yeah, catch y'all next time. Peace.